as you begin to drift, to deepen, to wonder. Because somewhere in your mind, even now, something ancient, something playful, something brilliant is beginning to stir. And as you listen, not just with your ears, but with your entire self, you may start to realise that the changes you seek, they've already begun. Because something strange happens when you begin to explore how to install these new beliefs. It can be as natural as breathing in curiosity and exhaling old limitations. And as you notice that, you might find yourself wondering just how easily beliefs become biology. Perception rewires experience and patterns. Yes, the ones hidden beneath thought, they start to shift like clouds caught in a wind of certainty. You see, there's this story, a curious one, about a traveller who sought truth. Not in temples and scrolls, but in mirrors. Every time he looked into his reflection, he saw not who he was, but who he could be. And that gap, that beautiful open loop, pulled him forward, compelled him to grow. Because the moment you sense an unfinished thought, a question without an answer, your unconscious begins to solve, doesn't it? And perhaps, just like that traveller, you might already be sensing the parts of your mind aligning, adjusting, absorbing. Because there's something else. You're always enough. And you're more than you ever realised. And the mind is not a container, it's a creator. It doesn't just store beliefs, it builds them. Like how you already know how curiosity drives growth. Because right now, a part of you is leaning in, wondering what comes next. And persistence. You've demonstrated that by being here, haven't you? Open-mindedness. That's what allows this moment to unfold, because every loop invites transformation. As you begin to notice how stories open doors, metaphors awaken memory, and a single suggestion can ripple through the subconscious, like a song you forgot you remembered. You begin to sense the shift, like how tension doesn't have to be a problem. It's a spark, it's a call, it's a bridge between who you've been and who you're becoming. And as you wonder which story I'll return to, you might not even notice the subtle way your mind begins to resolve its own mysteries. Not because I told you, because that's just what minds do. And so consider how learning isn't about effort, it's about allowing. Consider how influence isn't control, it's resonance. And mastery, it's not perfection, it's presence. And progress is pleasure in motion. You might remember now, or a few minutes from now, how easy it is to reframe. That fear is just excitement without breath. The resistance is just readiness unrecognized. That I don't know how can become, I wonder what happens when. And perhaps you can already feel how. The identity of confident, playful, empowered creator. It isn't something to reach for, but something to remember. Because you've been that all along. You just forgot to notice. While this idea continues to echo, to evolve, to unfold, you might realise that every challenge carries its own answer. Every pattern is waiting to be completed. And every belief, once limited, is now a doorway into expansion. And just for fun, notice what happens when you expect good things to happen. When you assume your success is inevitable. When you act as if the best version of you is already steering the ship. You see, the most powerful change doesn't shout, it whispers. It moves like music you don't remember hearing. But somehow, you're humming along. And the loop, that open space where curiosity dances with attention. That's the womb of transformation. So now we're in a moment. As part of you begins to agree and integrate and rewire and play, you might realise this. You've already changed. Because change doesn't begin when you notice it. Change begins when you decide that noticing is enough. You already have. Because the story I started is the one you're now finishing. And the belief we hinted at is the one you now live. And the question I never quite answered is the one you just resolved. Welcome home.